This altcoin is harnessing one of the most powerful trends in the world.
Billionaires are generating massive amounts of revenue doing this. And this new platform now gives retailers a chance to do so as well.
Welcome to the Bean Pod. This is your place for all things stocks and crypto. From beginner tips to expert picks. Use this as fuel for your investing journey, because when you're in the know, your money will grow.
This episode of the Bean Pod is sponsored by KyberSwap.
KyberSwap is a DEX and DEX aggregator, which is built to facilitate all your DeFi needs in one single platform.
Fast, cheap, and safe.
User experience is KyberSwap's sole focus to make everyone's life better in DeFi. Welcome to the Bean Pod. This is Shane, aka the Jolly Green Investor.
And this is Josh, the Nifty Investor.
Today, we're going to be talking about a project that is allowing retail to do what billionaires are doing in generating revenue.
So people like Elon Musk are making billions of dollars. In fact, I believe that this is one of the biggest forms of revenue for Tesla, and that's carbon credits.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives businesses a chance to offset, how maybe areas of their business where they're not necessarily being very green, to buy carbon credit offsets from other businesses that are, and then they can sell them, harness them, and utilize them on different carbon offset markets.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, the green and sustainable, wave is something that we talk about a lot on this channel. We're all about green projects, sustainable projects. And I feel like as the months and years go by in crypto and even in the stock market in Web 2 and Web 3, you're starting to see the greener projects, the more sustainable projects win out. For example, we start to see the layer 1 blockchains that are the fastest, most scalable, cost the least, and have the least environmental impact start to win out in certain partnerships. We start to see them talked about more, like Algorand winning the partnership with FIFA for blockchain and NFTs. We see projects like ICP. We see projects like Hedera. The most green and sustainable projects are starting slowly but surely. It's still a controversial thing.
Of course.
But slowly but surely, altcoins, both large and small, layer ones, platforms all around the Web3 space are starting to be more talked about. So that's why today we wanted to kind of highlight one smaller cap green altcoin that's taking advantage of the sustainable carbon credit trend in a very unique way.
Yeah, because to be honest, it's probably one of the very few that we've been able to find that actually offer retail a chance to do something like this. Mm. Off the top of your head, try to name a project or any company out there that gives retailers a chance.
Yeah, you can't. That's why we like this one.
Yeah, so I know we've talked about like Dovu that's built on Hedera, but that it's a completely different area. It's like counting carbon from major companies, and there's a few other projects that we've talked about in the past, but this one specifically for retailers. The great thing about it is the fact that we shop every single day. We use Amazon all the time. So let's say we want to buy something from Nike through Amazon. Next thing you know, we're now obtaining carbon credits that we can then either hold on to and utilize and redeem later on, or we can sell them and make money off of it.
Yeah, I think that the global carbon offset and carbon market, I think you're really going to start to hear a lot about this going forward. We kind of saw a bit of a wave every time Elon Musk and Tesla pops up and says something about carbon credits or green or sustainable. There's maybe a little bit of a hype wave. And we always talk about narratives in crypto. That's one of the most important things. So you can see countries, governments, corporations from around the world throwing billions, if not trillions, into green narratives, carbon credits, offsetting, all this kind of stuff. So the global carbon offset and credit market, in terms of revenue, was estimated to be worth $400 billion in 2023, this year, and is poised to reach $1.6 trillion by 2028. So it's growing, and it's growing rapidly. So what we're doing today is highlighting a very small cap altcoin, a crypto project that is specifically built a platform, which, as Josh said earlier, actually allows retailers to get in on this whole carbon credit offset scheme that billionaires like Elon Musk have been taking advantage for so long.
So for anybody who doesn't really know what a carbon credit is, might be helpful to understand. It's a market-based mechanism that allows individuals to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. So basically, it's a unit of measurement that's equivalent to 1 metric ton of CO2. So I want to know, I'm like, all right, well, if you're offsetting, your CO2 and it's equivalent to 1 metric ton, how much is 1 metric ton worth in dollar value?
Right.
It fluctuates from time to time, but on average, it sits between $40 to $80 per metric ton. So
yeah, interesting.
It's a decent amount of money that can actually be made. And so there's companies already doing it in the US. So there's Boston-based startup called Indigo AG. They target farmers. So we talk about this platform is targeting retailers. This one does farmers. And farmers are making, I was doing some research on some of the articles, and they're making like $80,000 a year.
Yeah, right.
Selling their carbon offsets.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I feel like, it's difficult if you're living in a city and you go about your day-to-day life and you want to get involved in this carbon credit thing, there may not be an easy outlet for you to do it. Farmers have this thing and, big companies have X, Y, Z. But when it comes to, if someone cares about the planet and wants to get involved in the sustainable movement, wants to do their part, there's not really a lot of easily accessible ways where you can, start redeeming things for carbon credits and do this. You work a 9 to 5, blah, 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 you're very busy. You can't really be going out of your way to do these things, which is why a platform like IMPT is actually really important because it's giving that easy access.
Yeah, I mean, so IMPT, basically, really simply, it's a simple and secure ecosystem where anybody can take part in earning rewards, redeeming carbon credits, and just being part of like a whole crypto DeFi, like for good. Mm-hmm. And it's one of those few projects, like we said, that we can actually, you said, like, what can I do to make a difference in the world? When I got to write a letter to my congressman or all these things, it's like you can actually physically start doing something now. And then they have some really cool like partnership programs that you can also take part in as well and earn commissions and APYs and all this other stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So at the root of it, IMPT is a platform where, they've partnered with thousands of the world's top brands. And if you shop, that's an easy thing. Everyone's shopping. Everyone's using Amazon, all this kind of stuff, credit cards, online. It's so simple that if you shop, you can redeem credits for your everyday shopping. So whether it's, they have a massive list of partners. Is it Nike, MasterCard, Visa, I think?
Amazon, Alibaba. I think like Alibaba is really big for drop shippers. Mm-hmm. So if there's anybody who's into drop shipping or fulfillment by Amazon and that affiliate side of things, I know there's a lot of people trying to make money on the side with those businesses. So the fact that they already have integrations and partnerships with those two major brands that are massive in that area, I think is pretty big. Yeah.
So if you're already a big online shopper, all you do is you go to the IMPT website, you can sign up and you shop via their platform. It's the same as shopping on, Amazon or whatever, but this way you're actually, if you're interested in doing your part, if you're interested in getting to the sustainable and green movement, you shop via the IMPT platform and you redeem carbon credits. You're earning carbon credits, which is this whole thing that, as we said, billionaires have been doing this for ages. And now retailers through IMPT can shop and get carbon credits.
Yeah. So it's like, why not just go through the IMPT portal and then just start shopping that way? It's like one extra click, but at least you're offsetting, other people's carbon footprint as well as your own. And then be able to sell those credits later. So you end up kind of saving money, but making money at the same time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And you can do it all through iOS and the Google Play Store. Like they already have an app available.
They have a mobile app available, which makes it pretty easy as well. So the token itself actually has utility. So they've built kind of what you'd call like a robust staking platform. So you take your IMPT token, stake it, earn all sorts of different things, which you can then do in the platform. So it's not just kind of a placeholder or governance token as well. So it's kind of interesting to see them build an ecosystem all around things that you can do that you're already doing in your normal life, which is shopping, and then tying in carbon credits, carbon offset, and also adding this crypto element, which is like staking in loyalty rewards and stuff as well.
And here's how I can say them kind of growing out. I know like this is a relatively new project and, it might take a little bit for people to get their heads around it, but I can see the way they're growing and a bit of the vision. So what they're doing is, they have a country partner, they have leadership partners, and they have area partners. So depending on the size and how much of the IMPT token that is staked. So you can earn percentage on commission. So if you bring on other people and other programs and other brands onto the platform, you start to get commission based off of how much is being sold.
Right.
And you also get like a percentage of the retail that's sold and the APY. So I wanted to me, it kind of sounds like affiliate marketing in a way.
Yep.
But that's a great way to grow a brand, especially in the early stages. So I looked into affiliate marketing in the US and how big it actually is. So 16% of all online orders in the US is affiliate marketing. It's used by 83% of brands. So this is not something new.
Yeah, everyone uses it.
And it's a $17 billion industry. And on average, anybody who's in affiliate marketing makes $90,000 a year who does it for a full-time gig.
Yeah, so there is money to be made.
That's right.
Yeah, for sure. And for me, I'm the kind of person who likes to track everything and see stats, whether it be playing sports or working out or investing. I like to see like a platform where I can track everything I do and then, make adjustments. So the cool thing about IMPT is that it also allows you the ability to track all the carbon credits you've been, building up over time using their platform, and also allows you to track, where your money's going, where you're purchasing, what brands you're supporting, whether they be green or not. So you have this portal through their platform where you can track all the carbon credits that you've been earning shopping on their platform and exactly what brands you've been spending money at. So I think that's a pretty cool aspect as well.
Yeah, it's huge. It's kind of like what we've talked about with supply chain management. And, it's almost like a retail facing app that is kind of now starting to show, hey, look, you can actually track things through the blockchain all the way down the path. And you can, kind of like a energy web token.
That's right.
And verify and actually prove that the companies are doing what they say they're doing.
Yeah, and because getting into this whole sustainable green movement that is becoming very trendy, it's not just about using a platform that is green and sustainable. It's about voting with your money, voting with your dollar, right? So if you know which brands are going to be green and sustainable, and you're shopping with a platform like this one, then you can vote with your dollar to the ones that are, if you're buying at this store, which is green and sustainable, where their competitor is not. And then using the tracking platform, you can see not only what carbon credits you're getting from shopping in that place, but also track that your dollars are going to the right companies that are doing the right thing for the world. So it's kind of a two-way thing like that.
Yeah. And, at the end of the day, however the IMPT token performs, I don't really care. It's more about the fact that there's now a chance for retail to actually, track how the energy is being utilized, partake in a green movement for something that everybody already does anyways, and earn some money for it. So
yeah, it's pretty cool. And we've talked about the green crypto narrative a bunch. I've done many tweets about it. I think we've mentioned it, many times in the Discord and stuff. And there just aren't that many like pure play green cryptos.
No.
There are, as we mentioned, layer ones that are more sustainable than the other ones. But when it comes to pure play green, sustainable, green energy, carbon credit cryptos, there really aren't that many. So that's why with this one, when that narrative comes back into play, this could be a really interesting pick. It's a micro cap altcoin. What's the market cap on this thing?
Yeah, it's tiny.
A couple of million?
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah. So, this is one that no one's talking about. And again, we can't drive the point home enough. Narrative is everything in crypto. And when green and sustainable narrative comes back into play, and believe me, it will, a project like this one could absolutely, this one could really come into the spotlight.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, is there anything else you want to add on this project?
No, I think it's a great time. It's a very unique project, which is why we chose to partner with IMPT today. So yeah, keep this one on your radar.
Yeah, hey, make sure you guys tune to the next episode.
That one is going to be a banger.
All views expressed by speakers on the BeanPod are solely their opinions. You should not treat any opinion expressed on the BeanPod as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a specific strategy, but only as an expression of their opinion. This podcast is for informational purposes only.